Hey, what's going on YouTube? Rag718 back with another video. Actually very excited to show this video to you guys. I actually went to a Comic-Con today. Awesome con, as you can see. It's in Washington DC. It was a 3-day event. Almost didn't go. Shout out to Spidey Fan for kind of pushing me to go, kind of recommending that I go out there. I'm glad that we had a chance to talk and stuff, so I appreciate you giving me a heads up about this particular Comic-Con, and actually about this particular comic book, this Jean Grey. I did not know it was going to be an awesome con exclusive, so I'm glad I had a chance to pick this up. This was a one-person pickup, so I had my cousin with me, and he actually picked up one too. So pretty cool to have 2 copies of that. So very excited. Shout out to Spidey Fan. So I got some key books here. If I'm wrong on any descriptions, or if there's any false information, please let me know, guys. I know Weapon X and Master X, you guys are good about that. So let me know if I make any mistakes. These right here were dollar fines. I don't know about you guys, but when I see a certain dealer that you keep on seeing over and over again at different cons, I kind of stop what I'm doing and I go to that particular dealer's table, because I know he always has good stuff. So this particular dealer, I always find stuff in his bins. I always get excited to find stuff in his bin. This is probably the 5th copy I've got for Action Comics $5.95, the first appearance of Silver Banshee. I sold about 3 online and kept 1 for myself, and this is another near mint copy. So glad to pick this up, this action comic here. All these were for $1. I found more copies of the first appearance of Marvel Zombie, Ultimate Fantastic Four 22. I found 2 more copies, just amazing luck. First appearance of Marvel Zombies, glad to have this in my collection. I also picked up this Wayward #1. I remember reading about this or seeing it in someone's video, and it kind of caught my eye. There's a little bit of a backstory on this. I guess it's a first appearance of a certain character. Forgot the name. I believe Rary Lane and Ayani maybe. But it's from Image Comics and near mint copy, so I'm glad to have this in my collection. I also picked up this. I remember looking for this back in the day, a 9.8, and just couldn't find any. But this the DC, the Monolith #1, the first appearance of the Monolith. So this is a 2004 comic book, and found it in the dollar bin. So it's a pretty thick comic book actually, but near mint copy, beautiful copy. So I'm glad to add this to my PC. So those were $1 right there. And ironically, this guy had a $2 bin like right next to it, and I probably could have found this in a dollar bin, but it was a near mint copy, and I for some reason I want this miniseries. It's 1 through 3. I don't know what it is, but the X-Force Sex and Violence #1. So now all I need is 2 and 3 to complete the miniseries. So I got this for $2. Very excited to have this, the first appearance of Weapon X. I always wanted this in my collection. Marvel Comics presents Weapon X Wolverine #72. First appearance of Weapon X again, near mint copy, $2. Beautiful. And I've been looking for this comic as well. This is the first appearance of Amanda Waller in the new Suicide Squad, I believe. Legends #1. And there was 2 copies I found, so I thought that was pretty cool, near mint copies. So I think all I need is #3, and I think I'll be happy. I was happy to get this. I've been looking for this for some reason. I used to have the full run of this Ultimate Spider-Man, but I didn't pay any attention to this particular issue or any issue before I sold the whole series. I kept Ultimate Spider-Man #1, the red cover and the white cover, and Dynamic Forces #1, but I sold the rest. But I'm glad to add this back to my PC. This is the first appearance of Ultimate Venom, which is just a cool cover, cool comic to have in my opinion. And I got these 2 comics. If you remember my other haul I showed from Second and Charles, I picked up that Howard the Duck This is the movie variant, the 1 in 15 that I never saw before, but it has a $10 tag on it, but I got this actually for $2. And then I have the other number one. This is the 1 in 15 variant, excuse me, 1 in 25 variant, McLeod variant. So again, first appearance of Gwenpool, I believe, but it is Howard the Duck number one, 1 in 25, and then the 1 in 15 movie variant. So pretty cool to have that. So the next dealer I went to, he had a funny little deal. It was $1 a book for the first 10 books, but if you get 25, it's $10 flat. So basically he was promoting, you know, buy 10, get 15 free is kind of what the sign said. So I kind of wanted to take advantage of that deal. So some of these comics I just got for the cover. There's no significance. I just wanted to get the 25 for the $10. So this really comes out to 40 cents per cover if you do the math. So this is like the fourth copy I've gotten of this Supergirl number 5, New 52. This is the first appearance of Rain. They've sold pretty consistently, at least the copies I've sold. They sold pretty well online for like $14, $16 in that ballpark figure. And they sold pretty fast. I mean, every copy I've had sold in like 3-5 days. Some best offers and some just bought right away. So glad to have this other copy in my PC. I might keep this. I don't know. I already have another near mint copy, but this one looks beautiful as well. First appearance of Rain. And then I found this, I guess, for that deal, 40 cents per copy. This Howard the Duck number one. So looks like they have several covers for that Howard the Duck. The one I showed you, the movie cover, and then the 1 in 25 variant. And then I guess this is the regular cover, I guess, of Howard the Duck 2016 series. So glad to have this. A second copy, so I'm not sure what I'll do with that. This one, for some reason, has been on my radar. This Briggsland. There's an AMC development coming on to a TV series pretty soon. So I've been looking at this for some reason, and I'm glad I didn't pay cover or more than cover. So I got this pretty much 40 cents each. Again, 25 books for $10. So 2 copies of Briggsland. So sounds interesting. You know, one might be a reader's copy for me. So this one, I must have read something or found something online, but this is supposedly a character that's going to be on a TV show, Legends of Tomorrow. Adriana Tomaz, I believe. So I'm not too familiar with the series or the comic, but I remember the cover. I remember seeing it in someone's video or reading about it or hearing about it. So I'm glad I found it in this particular bin. So pretty cool. Now, this was a cool pickup. This is the first full appearance of Phantom X, I believe, or maybe the second appearance of Phantom X. New X-Men 129. It's a cool cover, near mint condition. I found 2 copies of this Dr. Aphra. I know the cover that I have is the Darth Vader. The Darth Vader number 3, I believe it is. But I found this, you know, near mint, so I couldn't turn it away. So I'm glad to have this in my collection. So Dr. Aphra number 1, 2 copies. No significance, just got that for the cover, maybe for the title. Avengers number 7. World Reader, I remember, you know, hearing some stuff about that. So I found that in the bin, thought I'd add that to my PC. World Reader number 1 by Aftershock Comics. This one was a something I read about, the Harley Quinn appearance in Scooby-Doo number 21. So I guess that's her first appearance in Scooby-Doo or something series. So the cover stood out to me, so I grabbed it. This cover has always been on my mind when it came out maybe a week or 2 ago, that black cover, Black Bolt number 1. So I'm glad to find that for the cheap. These next couple comics, I got this for family, this Bart Simpson. Got some family that are big Simpson fans, so I found that on a cheap. I got this for the cover, Spider-Gwen number 15. Don't think it's any convenience, but the cover looks tight. Got this for the cover, Cable. Uncanny Avengers number 3. Pretty cool cover. Got 2 copies of this, All New Wolverine number 20. Cool cover. I know it just came out maybe a week or a month ago. But cool cover, X-23 and Gabby on the front cover. 2 copies of that. I found a second copy of this, Lady Killer number 1. I have a 9/8 of this, which I'll show you guys maybe later this week. I have a CGC submission I definitely want to share with you guys. I just haven't got around to it. But yeah, this came back 9.8. It's a second copy, so I thought I'd add this. This is pretty cool. Death of X, number 2 variant. I just thought that was a cool cover. Phoenix and Cyclops on the cover there with the rest of the X-Men. This one I heard about. Got 2 copies of the Surgeon X. Don't know too much about it. Number 1, but I heard it's a good read. So, you know, I got a reader copy and a PC copy. So pretty cool. And the last 2 comics I got from that 25 lot is this Stain number 1, another copy of this. I just like the cover, and this was a near mint, so I couldn't turn it back. And then I got this Champions number 1, just a cool cover. So again, I think the big pickup was this right here. I'm surprised it's selling for what it's selling for online. So I think I got my cousin corrupted by what I'm about to do with this comic, but we'll see. Definitely probably send mine to CGC. Definitely think I got a 9.8. Unfortunately, J. Scott Campbell wasn't at the table. It was like a worker there on a table that was, you know, handing out the comics to other people and stuff. So I'm very glad they still have some stuff, still some comics left on stock to give to the customers. And glad to have this in my collection. I mean, it's a beautiful cover. Just the yellow and white, and just the facial expression and the body structure and the body tone looks very beautiful. And it says it's 2 signatures here. One here, if you can tell, and then one here, if you can tell. And then it says Roadshow exclusive number 1 variant edition Marvel. It says in the bottom right corner. So very cool. Have fun today. You know, like I said, I wasn't planning on going. I probably wasn't going to go until me and Spidey Fan talked. He texted me like 11 o'clock midnight one night. It was a surprise, and kind of told him what was on my mind, and he helped me out. So shout out to you. Alright, that's all I got. Appreciate. Sorry, got choked up there for a minute, but I appreciate what you guys do out there in the community. You know, stay well, live well, do well to each other, and as always, collect what you want to collect, but please take care of those comics. Talk to you later.